are Madman, and today we are here with a MADMAN Podcast to brighten your morning or night. I am joined by him, her, and her.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, so the Xbox vs. PlayStation Chronicles just keeps getting more twisted. So, after some allegations from Phil Spencer, Jim Ryan claps back hard. He said, I hadn't intended to comment on what I understood to be a private business discussion, but I feel the need to set the record straight because Phil Spencer brought this into the public forum. Microsoft has only offered for Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take account of the impact on our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft's proposal undermines this principle. Damn.
I didn't hear any clapping back. I heard crying and pooping in his diaper.
Yeah.
Baby ass baby crying to his mama and dada.
We might not have Call of Duty anymore.
Please
No.
don't take away my toy.
No.
I heard a tantrum with a bunch of nonsense. I think that Phil Spencer is being more than generous by giving them a 3-year contract.
On
That's
top of the
crazy.
contract they have, which ends in 2 years.
That's
So
a
it's a
5-year
five-year
contract,
contract.
essentially.
Like, he could just cancel it.
Yes.
He could just cancel it and pay the money because it doesn't matter to him.
Everything expires, even water, right, has an expiration date. You're not going to have an endless contract of just having Call of Duty the same way. It belongs to someone else. If someone else would have bought Call of Duty, they would have their own terms and conditions, right? The fact that you're given an extra 3 years, I would have said, let's wait till the contract is over and let's see how you behave because you're pissing me off, and we'll see where we take things. I mean, talk about holding a grudge. I would have
been like, listen, we'll watch and see how you handle this whole thing with us getting Activision. If we hear you objecting and crying like little bitches, then guess what? Once we win, which we will, I'm taking that shit right away from you, sucker.
There we go.
Well, that would have been something.
That's a clap back.
That's
Spencer?
the way you handle people.
We are waiting for you.
No, they're not gonna say. He's not gonna talk.
He's too
he
nice.
took it too. No. It's not about being nice or not nice. What he said was not something that was wrong to say. He said that yes, they already sent them an agreement. He didn't say PlayStation accepted it or didn't accept it. He said we sent an agreement. We promised that we're going to put on there for at least several more years. At least, that's the key word. At least several more years because, like we just said, he can't put on there. It's going to be on there forever and ever and ever.
For eternity.
But the fact is that he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't lay out the specifics of the contract.
Which PlayStation with what's his name? Jim Ryan came out to do.
Yeah, they did
He
specifics. They went into the actual contract and they talked shit about the contract. So that's putting the real public shit out there. He used this as an excuse
to come out and
say things because he's scared because he knows what's gonna happen. Because remember, Call of Duty is this is a Call of Duty coming out this year. Then they're switching to a 2-year cycle. So basically, they have 2 Call of Duties coming out this year.
That Call of Duty money's not coming in every year.
Exactly. And that means that he's going to get less games in that 3 years. It's not 5 games like it would have been. You know what I'm saying? It's, I mean, it's, I guess 4 because it would have been 6 games. So now it would be, there's 2 this year, which is Call of Duty and the new Warzone. And then next year there's nothing. And then the following year there'll be something. Right? That's 3 years. And then the next year will be nothing, and the following year there'll be something.
These holidays?
So they would have basically 2 more after these.
So these 2 are coming out for the holidays?
This year.
Stop being a clown.
That's right. But I guess for PlayStation, he's trying to claw his way to have some type of ability to keep Call of Duty the way he wants it, but
well, this is what's happening. He went ahead and he talked about how unfair it is for everyone else who makes games to not have Call of Duty available and to have it be purchased by Microsoft, and then that didn't catch on, right? So then he's talking about how this is the contract that they're sending, again trying to make it seem like it wasn't generous enough, which it was. We shouldn't be talking contract until after this contract is over, and see how things go. And then he's using it that he's trying to keep the fans happy. Is something like that was said over there about the fans.
Well, that Xbox didn't take in consideration the PlayStation fans, like the PlayStation gamers. Like, I don't know
what he's trying to do is now sugarcoat it so that the PlayStation gamers don't leave because of this whole Call of Duty mess.
What I don't understand is, why does he think that Phil Spencer gives a flying vegetable fuck about PlayStation gamers? It's not his gamers. So Jim Ryan is out here crying about this, but Phil is just letting them know that we put this out there. We already gave them an offer. He's just trying to show that they're serious about keeping it on PlayStation. He wasn't saying we're only going to keep it there. He said at least several years.
Look at Minecraft. They're still putting it on multiple platforms. So, yeah.
They are. They might bring it to every freaking system and see what happens. But Microsoft needs to do, and Microsoft's the one putting out the money. They need to do what works for them.
Yeah, it also might be just based off the terms of the agreement, too. Like that 3 years, okay, based off the situation right now, these are the terms that we're willing to accept for those 3 years. But once they get bigger and they say, okay, you know what, we'll still keep it on PlayStation, but we want a bigger cut of the money or a bigger cut of the microtransactions. You
or
can
certain
have
things
it, but
will
it's
be exclusive to Xbox.
Like they need the flexibility because they own it. And
Exactly.
you can't make them guarantee you something that you don't fucking own. You know what I'm saying? It's not yours.
This also allows the creators of Call of Duty to, I mean, I'm sure they're going to build an even stronger team, right? With Microsoft backing them. So this allows them to get all of their basic, more simple ideas out. And then when they get that mega power team and they're like, okay, well, let's hit them with this, let's hit them with that, then let's start getting some exclusives for us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not PlayStation. Call of Duty is basically Activision is only Call of Duty at this point. They took all their studios that were making other games and put them all in Call of Duty. I think the idea of going to a 2-year cycle can free up the devs to make it where they go ahead and they can go ahead and make other stuff for Microsoft and not be trapped in the Call of Duty cycle. That's every year. That's the problem. But I don't know. I think it's pretty pathetic that Mr. Jim Ryan's out here crying in the streets, pleading like.
I think it just shows the desperation level. I think to be able to take it to these heights of just putting out everything like that. I mean, if he's unhappy with what's happening.
And he doesn't know what to do. It's like
he's throwing a tantrum. So from outside, somebody needs to come in and tell him, listen, chill the F out. They're giving you a contract. You out there looking ridiculous.
I want to know who
now.
he talked to about this.
Listen,
like, who was like, yo, you got this shit. They were in there, bumping them up. Like, yo, you about to knock this out, son. Yo, you got this. Take it to the streets, Jim. Take it to the streets.
He needs to come out with another statement.
Say it, I'm sorry, I didn't take my medication.
And say, got me looking so crazy right now.
Bro, I would respect him so little if he did that. Like, at least stick to your guns.
Activision got me looking so crazy right now.
I say
and blame it on that.
He already let his words into the wild. At least stick by your guns. If you take it back, you just look like a loser.
No, he looks like a loser because of what he said.
He does. And
he makes PlayStation look weak.
Yes.
He makes them look afraid.
Pathetic, afraid.
Like, oh my God, Microsoft is coming, the big bad wolf.
He's shedding his own bed. He's out there fighting for a game when they have so many amazing exclusive games. He's saying that it's
that
nothing.
They pay for too,
yes,
like, to keep away from Xbox.
Exactly. So he's saying we're nothing without Call of Duty. Then what are you saying to your creators, your exclusives, your games? You're just making the rest of the people that you have on exclusive mode question if they should be exclusive.
Like, why should we
to
partner
you.
with you, PlayStation? You obviously think you're doomed.
Exactly.
Why we're putting our stuff on your doomed PlayStation?
I mean, Xbox is blooming. They're creating this platform with the Game Pass and everything else.
This is the thing.
Microsoft has money, so they're just gonna buy everything.
Unlimited money. Well, they can't buy everything because
not even the planet, obviously.
They should. But the thing is that like PlayStation, they were during this war, right? Xbox and PlayStation this generation, and all these couple years that's been going by already. Xbox doesn't have any big guns yet, right?
Yeah.
So, but they're building their army. So PlayStation, like, look at these fools, we're destroying them. Bomb, bomb. Bomb. And Xbox is like, okay, we take those hits. But what they don't realize is come next year, they're going to have 35 or 36 studios making games. And it's just going to be bomb after bomb after bomb. Dude, in the first 6 months of next year alone, you got just straight first party. You got, in 6 months, you got Starfield.
The big dog.
Which is the biggest freaking game that's going to be out. You have Redfall that looks amazing. And you got Forza Motorsport, the new one, which looks crazy.
And imagine what Fable
that's
comes
not
out.
to mention, well, that's going to be part of the later half.
Perfect Dark.
But not to mention that you also have their exclusive deals, like they have, what's that one that was, oh man, the one that got delayed. It's a freaking amazing, Stalker. They got Stalker 2 that's going to come out that beginning of the year. They have I can't even remember all the stuff, but that first part of the year is so stacked for Xbox. It's crazy.
So if Jim Ryan cares so much about his fans and the PlayStation fans, based on how he's reacting to this, his message should be, buy an Xbox. Right? If he literally cares so much about the PlayStation fans and he's saying God, we are doomed because we no longer have Call of Duty, the message should be, guys, put your money aside. Save your money. Stop buying the PlayStation. We are doomed.
And that's the day the PlayStation dies.
Get an Xbox. He's literally saying the same crap.
Yeah, that if we lose Call of Duty, there's no reason to have a PlayStation anymore.
That's literally what he's saying. This kicking and screaming is throwing out that message out there. Stop being desperate. Stop being thirsty. Cut the crap out. Let them be. This is going through. You're just sounding like a baby child throwing a tantrum, kicking and screaming, clowning yourself, clowning your studios and your exclusives and all your stuff. Cut it out.
Meanwhile, they're out here buying Bungie, which is Destiny 2, which has one of the biggest, aside from Call of Duty, has one of the biggest followings.
I mean, PlayStation, I think that they bought it just to be like, hey, we'll play nice. Like, they said that literally all games that they make will still be multi-platform.
Well, it wasn't PlayStation who said that. It was Bungie. They just desperate because they know that somebody was going to buy them. And they're like, forget it. These are the only things we can afford. So we'll take Bungie.
Wow, the original Halo developers. What a dang shame.
That's crazy because that was a good buy. Because not Destiny, I don't know how much they paid for it, but
$3 billion.
Jesus. Well, Destiny is one game that they're basically trying to shove down your throat. So I mean,
Well, Destiny, the thing is that it's like a Halo lookalike. So Halo and Master Chief, they're all exclusive, and it's a big game for Xbox. So having like a mimic of it, I don't like mimics, but that's essentially the way I think they saw it. Having a mimic of something that's so big for Xbox gives, maybe can flip people over. The ones that want all these exclusives that we have, and then now we have a Halo wannabe on our inventory too, right?
Well,
it was
but
a
Destiny's
smart
not
decision.
going anywhere. They just own them. But Destiny, when Bungie did it, they made the terms that they're basically essentially the same exact company, except their check is signed by Sony. Like, they made the terms of the purchase that they have.
Yes, but I'm
autonomy,
sure
they can do whatever they want. They're releasing on Xbox anywhere they want.
they can, and then I'm sure that the billing for all the other systems, that's what changes, right? Because PlayStation didn't just buy this to say, okay, now we own you and you can do whatever you want.
That's
So
literally what happened.
no, I'm sorry. When it comes to money, right? When it comes to money in terms of contract, like you said, what Xbox should do is have PlayStation pay for the games, right? Before they get made.
Oh yeah, no,
exactly,
like
but
yeah,
that's
but
where the
even
back
in
end
this
comes
scenario,
in.
this wouldn't happen, because in that case, the point is that if I tell you got to do this, and if you say no, then I'm taking my game away. That's not the position. They don't have a position of power.
Then what the heck did they buy?
Not just well, they bought the expertise, because PlayStation wants to make 10 games as service games in the next 5 years or whatever they
ugh.
say.
Games
Well,
as a service.
So, well, not ugh. All Destiny's a game as a service. Halo is a game as a service now. All these.
I don't know. I feel like that they could be really good, or they could be like Babylon's Fall and just meant to squeeze money.
Okay, but they're not Babylon. They're not platinum
Everything's meant
games.
to
You know,
squeeze money.
Or Anthem.
they're looking. They're Sony. They make bangers, so they're trying to take that ability to make bangers and make them into multiplayer experiences. So they're planning to make 10 of them in the next 5 years or so, and that's literally the reason why they bought Bungie, was to use their expertise, use their knowledge of making a game like Destiny to help them make their other games. That's literally why they said they did it.
So
So
you know.
that's the only benefit they're gaining from it. Like,
They're gonna use their thinking
Well, this
thoughts.
shows how unhappy he is with the team he's got. So
yeah, it's true. They're basically leasing Bungie, but
Insane.
they bought them.
there's no other talent out there that you could just go and create new things with, huh?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Naughty Dog's like, does Daddy not like us anymore?
I mean, they're making one of those games as services. They're making factions.
Who, Naughty Dog?
Yeah.
And they are making a Last of Us multiplayer
That's
standalone
the,
game.
That's the one, factions.
It's called Factions.
Yeah, it's not Last of Us. They removed it from Last of Us. It used to be Last of Us multiplayer, but now they're making it its own thing, because they're saying their ambition is so much bigger than
Last of Us.
just a multiplayer mode. This is its own game. We'll see. We'll see how they do. We'll see how that stuff goes. But in the meantime, Jim has to stop being a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to stop. He just has to go sit in his corner, relax, listen to some old time music.
Maybe he hit some bad weather, obviously. Get it? Bad weather with this happening. And he's got a case of bitch assness.
Jazz, I don't get
No?
I really don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The bad weather, the bad storm coming with the Activision, and then he got sick.
I don't get
Like
it.
the flu. No? Bad weather.
I don't get it.
All right, on to our next
So,
topic.
the D23 Expo was yesterday, and I think it's still going on. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. Now, if you're wondering what a D23 Expo is, it's a Disney and Pixar showcase that demonstrates all of the content you can consume down the road, with a bunch of movies and television series that are, basically coming out for Disney Plus and theatrical releases. For example, Inside Out 2 was announced, the sequel to the cult classic Inside Out. And yeah, after the humongous success that was, they're making a sequel. Oh boy. Disney announced a brand new project called Wish, which is an original Walt Disney Animation Studios film, and it will be designed to celebrate the 100 years of Disney. And it'll be and as it's described, it'll feature very classical Disney storytelling with original characters and songs inspired by Disney's legacy. It will explore how the wishing star came to be, and it will take place in a fairy tale kingdom that existed long before any other Disney world, called the Kingdom of Wishes. Then Pixar announced a new film called Elio, which is about a young boy who becomes Earth's ambassador for what is essentially the United Nations of Aliens. He then has to prove that the best part of being human is being yourself. Next thing you know.
Okay, so wait, let's
Alright,
slow
so
it
they
down.
have a list
They
of
have
things.
a list of stuff they came out with. What do we care about as this list? I don't want to hear about Ilio and wishing and all this.
Wish
Well,
sounds kind of nice.
Wish sounds actually pretty cool.
Does it? We don't know what it is.
We just said it. It's a prequel to every single Disney movie, and it takes place in the wishes that come across. It's a shooting star in Pinocchio and it's like that. And the
And that, you've been wondering this
no,
whole time
what's alright.
where that wish came. You know what? Where the star came from?
Like...
From space.
I mean, I'd rather
Okay?
have more.
The star
Oh
is
my
in
gosh.
space.
I mean,
and you saw it.
I mean,
There was other ones before and there was other ones after,
I mean-
but that's the only one.
I
you
mean, hey,
call
I'd rather
canon.
keep making original projects and making a bunch of sequels. Inside Out 2 is probably not going to be that great.
Inside Out 1 was a new intellectual property and you didn't like it.
I didn't like that crap either.
I thought it was good. Her number 2 loved that movie. I think Inside Out was really good.
I want to
I
hear
think
about
that-
the bangers. I don't want to hear about
It's right.
the wax.
We're leading on to that exposition. The first teaser trailer for the Little Mermaid remake has been
That actually
unveiled with Haley
pretty
Bailey
good.
as
It
the protagonist and also starring Jacob Tremblay as Flounder, Awkwafina as Scuttle, Melissa McCarthy as the evil Ursula, Javier Bardem as King Triton, and Daveed Diggs as Sebastian.
That sounds awesome. The trailer looked good.
Yeah, it did.
It looked quite good.
Yeah, they actually made it look really nice. I was skeptical how they were gonna make it look, but
As was I. I did see it was like a very dark, like they showed the ship at the bottom of the sea and the dungeony look of it.
yeah,
have
they made
it-
it look like how it would
Yes.
actually feel to see that stuff down there, and not just like
That
oh,
it
this is
looked
Disney.
it
Look
looked
at
really
those-
good.
Look at those sunken
Yeah.
ships. Woohoo!
Which makes me very intrigued to see what they're gonna do with the real world when she comes out
Yeah.
and becomes human. And all
I
this
think
other
after
stuff.
Disney's rough road with remakes and just trying to squeeze money, they've been kind of looking back and like, hey, we can make some real good stuff. Look at Pinocchio that came out recently. And even though it wasn't as beloved, The Lion King was also very impressive. And I think that this Little Mermaid and all this stuff like Snow White and stuff we'll get into in a second, they're showing a lot of promise. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, the next big movie, Mufasa, The Lion King, a prequel to the live-action Lion
Oh,
King.
that I'm excited for.
That's gonna be a
If
banger.
it's anything like the remake of The Lion King, I am for it because I love
Yeah.
that one. I hope they use the same people.
Is James Earl
Mufasa and
Jones still
Scar are
alive?
younger. What? James Earl Jones? He's alive, but the problem is that Mufasa and Scar are much younger,
That's
so
a
it'll have
very-
new actors to replicate their youth.
Mufasa's voice is very defined. It's very
Simba.
Mufasa. Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be
You
like
can't sound like, hey guys,
Yeah.
and then you grow up to be, hey guys. No.
Simba will probably grow up that way,
I
or
hope they keep the actor.
they're
for
not. They already
Mufasa.
confirmed there's new
Really?
actors for Mufasa. Well, they're much younger, like way younger. Well, don't worry. I mean, I think it's still gonna be solid. So this
I'm
movie will
just
be
excited to
directed
see
by.
that look again.
Yeah.
Lion King was gorgeous.
It
Yeah.
really
I
was.
can only imagine what they're gonna do to take it to the next
Yeah.
level.
No, Disney hasn't publicized a trailer. Some were, majority of the trailers were only if you went to the convention. But there were like Little Mermaid and Hocus Pocus 2 and Disenchanted that they let out some
Oh,
in the
Hocus
wild.
Pocus. I saw the
really
good.
trailer. I am so excited. I
Ooh.
didn't think that I would
Nice.
care. And I have to say, they all look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, makeup is a
That-
wonderful, wonderful thing.
They look amazing. They look the same. I was very skeptical about it, and then I was so excited after I saw that trailer. I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
gonna
was a
be
win
hype.
for Disney with me.
Yeah, Disenchanted looked pretty cool too.
Oh, Disenchanted.
Yeah.
Yes, but their characters. Ooh.
Well, they aged.
Quite a bit. Like that was the difference between the two movies, to see the characters from Hocus Pocus and kind of just pretty much look the same way, and then you saw Uncharted and it was like, ooh,
Disenchanted.
Disenchanted.
Uncharted is place. See, Jim Ryan's out here trying to throw throw his words in your head. Remember me. PlayStation lives.
But I think what's most important, impressive about this chain is that every single, not one cast member said this movie. Like, everyone's coming back for this movie.
Well, maybe they should have, and they should have gotten a new cast, because oh my gosh, that Prince, when he comes out, his outfit, I don't know. It's just like, it's been a while. Let's see how they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Let's see what
I'm
happens.
excited for it.
And they're releasing a movie.
What do you think?
Oh,
well,
let's
they
see.
probably aged so much because they were young and then they got old. But Hocus Pocus is just old and then they got.
Well, also remember,
old.
they came
They stayed
out.
old,
They
right?
got out of the fairy tale world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they in the end,
Yes.
In fairy tale
Oh,
world,
yeah.
they stay the same age, but when they're out,
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
it's because the original is like
a million years old.
2007.
Well, for me, like, I really love that movie.
Yeah, me too.
So maybe that's the problem.
it means it's been a whopping 15 years, and it comes out this Thanksgiving. Yeah.
That, you know, that's the
I'll
other
watch it
thing that
too,
I'm
right?
happy about, because it's all coming to Disney Plus.
Right away,
Yes.
majority
Yes.
of these movies.
When is Hocus Pocus coming out?
September 30th.
Yeah.
Like, very soon.
Yes.
Hocus Pocus, Disenchanted, all of them. Even Mufasa.
Whoa. Mufasa's getting a theatrical release.
No.
They still have to release something in theaters.
No, why?
Because they want direct revenue from stuff that they know will be successful. Like, Marvel movies are still in theaters. Their next
get
big
that.
movies, like Wish and Elemental from Pixar, are probably going to be theatrical.
Probably.
Well, after Lightyear did not do so great at box office, then that's debatable whether it'll come to theaters or not. But
Nobody
Wish
wants
is
to pay to
definitely.
see those movies.
Yeah.
Lightyear was.
Well, Inside
They
Out
just need to
2
accept it.
will
Lightyear was
definitely.
a really good nap for me.
I can see-
Fair enough. I didn't like
I can
Lightyear.
see people paying for the Mufasa.
Mufasa,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
it made
sure.
over $1 billion, the original. So I think that they'll just see Mufasa and be like, oh my god, it's a prequel, and just go see it right away.
Yeah, I get that, because movies like Pinocchio, they remade the other one with the flying elephant. What the heck? was
Dumbo?
that?
Oh my
Dumbo,
god.
that didn't do
Ugh.
so well.
That was back
Even
then.
though
Aladdin?
even-
Oh my god.
Yeah, that should have done that.
That was
poorly,
disgusting.
Look.
But, the other one that I disagreed with, I thought it was very good. The Jungle Book, the
Oh, yeah.
remake of that was awesome.
Wait, people talk trash
Yeah,
about it? I don't even
I
know.
don't think it did. No, not talk trash. I don't think it did so well.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
But that was really good.
I mean, they are making a part 2, supposedly.
Let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
I don't know. I think that I agree. Like, I feel like that when they I understand that they make sequels to make cash, which fair enough. I think
They
that
make sequels for people who like the original and want to see more.
Yeah.
Well, no,
The
that
world
could-
doesn't.
well,
we,
no.
We like
Well,
to,
it has
That
to
could
make
also
plenty
ruin
of
it.
money. Yeah.
well,
to
no.
where they
Look
can
at
go and
Lightyear.
make
Lightyear was
another
because it
one.
was supposed to be the story of Buzz Lightyear. Now it's
Yeah.
connected to Toy Story 4. When you see it,
Toy
you're like,
Story 4, Toy Story
Toy Story
3,
4 was
Toy
trash.
Story 2.
1, 2, 3 were the perfect trilogy.
Okay, but in your eyes, Toy Story 1 should have been it, and that's it.
No,
No,
that's not true.
No,
I think
1,
that
2, and 3.
1, 2,
Toy Story
3.
4.
I like Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4 was
1,
dog
2,
shit.
and 3. I agree. Toy Story 4 was pure garbage.
It was not.
No.
It was
Trash!
not.
But
One thing I'll give
can't-
you.
No, you can't be picky with your words. You can't say, oh, the sequels are all these bad things, but I love Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. That's called a sequel. It's called
No,
a
no.
sequel.
I said no. You didn't let me
It's
finish.
called
Only a
a
sequel
sequel.
that means something. Like Toy Story 4. Yeah,
They
I
all
mean,
Every
something.
single-
What are you talking
Every
about?
Like-
single
No, that's
sequel
not true.
means
That's
something
not
to
true.
someone. Every single sequel means something to someone.
That's right. That's
That's it.
factually
Okay,
correct.
that's a good line. Okay,
That
I'll
is
give
the-
you that.
That is the exact.
well, it's
The-
not a
and then
fact.
The
It
lots
is a
of
fact.
S's.
100% fact.
The lots
Like
of
it's a
S's.
fact that this Inside Out Part 2 is unnecessary.
That's not
Beyond
a fact. Who said
unnecessary.
that?
What the heck are they doing? Are they bringing
I don't
the
know.
Who
same?
said that's not a fact?
Well, that's your opinion because there's plenty of people that probably agree with it.
Exactly.
It's not a fact.
You know how many times you say things are not a fact? You said Spider-Man and Spider-Verse was factually garbage. Rent was factually garbage. You say all these things are factually garbage. Only when you agree with it.
That's a fact.
Toy Story 4 was garbage.
However,
Yeah.
one thing I'll give you.
But then again, I do agree. Rent.
No, that wasn't
Trash.
garbage.
Trash.
I thought Red was good. I love the Seasons of Love song. But yeah, I don't know. One thing about Toy Story 4 I'll give you.
We don't need to sit through that fucking
Seasons
hot
of
trash to
boredom,
listen to the
boredom,
song.
Wow, you're
boredom.
hilarious. One thing I'll say though, Toy Story 4 at least has merit to it and has soul. Lightyear, nothing. It was pure garbage. Like, I did not enjoy it in the slightest. Well, I mean, a little bit, but it wasn't.
But it could have been good.
I think that if they didn't try to overcomplicate
Are you saying
it.
that it could not have been
They
good?
did.
Yeah, I'm sure
they
it could have
did
been.
Because from what I
complicated.
remember, let's back it up. What I remember is somebody was so amped to see Lightyear the sequel. It
Hey,
just didn't go
I
their
was
way, so now
so-
they're mad at sequels.
Listen, I was excited for Lightyear 2. It was really cool. I loved Buzz. I prefer him over Woody at times. But Buzz was such a charming character. So I love the fact that they were going to give him his own movie. I wish Tim Allen was a part of it somehow. Even if they did bring Chris Evans in, just have a section where Tim Allen is a part of
Like a
it.
cameo or something
The
cute.
story, as you said, Madman, was ridiculously overcomplicated for no reason. It had no pull. It was just, I can't imagine that anybody sat there and said, you know what, this is good. They're gonna love this about.
They changed
Sure, somebody
certain
somewhere
things.
did. The problem is that just because we don't like it doesn't mean they shouldn't take the chance of making it. So they took the chance of making it, and it didn't hit. All right. So any other aside from these big ones, big, exciting, impactful?
No, I mean there's Snow White, and then there's Peter Pan and Wendy, which is a Peter Pan remake, and
Have they not made like 18 Peter Pan?
No. There were Peter Pan remakes, but they weren't Disney. This is Disney's take on Peter Pan.
All right.
And it's Peter Pan and Wendy, so Wendy's gonna play a bigger
Wendy's? I want some
Baconators.
Yum-Yums.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's Snow White starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot.
Is this their first Snow White? Because they have.
Oh,
made
that's
a
their
ton
first
of
Snow White remake. They were very careful with this one because this was
all of these are public
Domain.
domain.
So anybody can make a Snow White, anybody can make Peter Pan, but only one can make the Disney version.
Yes,
That's true.
but let's hope that the Disney version doesn't turn out like Aladdin's Disney version.
Oh my god,
Okay,
yeah. If you were trying to make
because-
it hip hop, they should have gotten the Millwall.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. He doesn't have connection to it. He's doing Little Mermaid though.
Show face. Yeah, that's why Debbie Diggs is Sebastian.
Debbie Diggs was Lafayette in Hamilton, and he's gonna be Sebastian.
really?
Yeah, he's gonna be Sebastian.
And Sebastian is basically like super important to the Millwall. Like he literally named his son Sebastian.
And after because
Oh, wow.
yeah, he loves Little Mermaid.
If he
It was
got
like his
Debbie
movie back then.
Diggs to be Sebastian, they're like really good friends.
That's kind of cute. That's
Yeah, he remember.
That's
He's like Adam Sandler in Hollywood. Like he remembers people. Like he also got Philippa Sue, who's Eliza, into Moana and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And he kind of remembers people.
Adam
and,
Sandler's a whole other beast.
Yeah.
I feel like he has this team, and anybody who's cool with him, he brings into all his movies. I love the way that he does things.
Yeah.
You see, and it's funny to see even on his stand up. What's his name? He brought out the guy from 100% Fresh, right? He brought out the one.
The guy
on
from
Netflix.
Anger Management, right?
No. The little
He
guy
brought out
from,
what's his name?
From
The
Deuce
Animal
Bigelow.
and Deuce Bigelow, yeah.
That's funny. I was gonna say the Animal, and I thought that.
And then what was the other one? Hot Chick when he turns into a girl,
Yeah,
or something
I
like
don't know, I
that.
forget
She's
his name.
inside.
Jack and Jill.
No,
No, whoopsie.
it's not the name of his
He even
movie.
had a Netflix show, by the way. I think with his wife, right? Like
Yeah.
Like
So they also have the video game, like the Disney Marvel video game.
Yeah, the
conference.
Disney and Marvel game showcase.
So I know they showed like a bunch of stuff. They
Yeah.
showed Avatar.
Yes, and they showed
Did
it.
they give a release date for Avatar?
No, they made the big budget AAA one, and then they made this. They
Like
showed this
mobile one.
multiplayer mobile one with Reckoning or something like that. They showed Return to Monkey Island, which
the
that's
prequel?
Lucasfilm, so that's theirs actually. And they also now before there's obviously the big one, But let's start with something a tiny smaller that I think that, even though it's not something crazy, it's kind of cute and worth mentioning. Illusion Island, which is a brand new co-op Mickey Mouse video game that plays like a Super Mario game, but it's got like this adorable hand-drawn style, and it takes place where they're find themselves on this island called Illusion Island, where they have to find 4 mythical books in order to seal the darkness. So before we end this off, there's the Mickey Mouse game that's pretty cool, but the big one, the big giant that I think no one's expecting, was a full-blown AAA Captain America and Black Panther video game coming out. Was it next year? Yeah, next year. And
Is that what it said?
I think so.
I don't know. It looked pretty cool. The trailer looked dope. It looks like it's gonna be open world. Yeah. And there's like 4 people. It was them 2, but then there was like two other
people. I think it was them in military suits. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think there's not many details about this game, but all we know.
2 worlds, 4 heroes.
Wakanda is probably maybe it's World War II. Yeah, I know it's a World War II game. That's the big thing. It's Captain America and Black Panther fighting World War II. And I think Black Panther's probably the Wakanda side of it, and Captain America's probably his, America side of it.
So the exciting thing about this is that it's actually being made by Skydance, but the bigger thing is that it's Amy Hennig, which Amy Hennig is the creator of Uncharted.
Oh.
She was the writer on all the Uncharted games. And this is her first game basically since then that's actually going to come out. She's been in like 4 different studios making games, and they all got canceled.
Well, that stinks.
Or the studio got shut down because she likes to make single player experiences, and they kept trying. This was during the time where everybody was pushing for multiplayer, games and services. Now that's kind of dying down a little bit, and now she's with them, and she's making an actual, single player
game,
story driven game. So it's exciting. I'm excited to see what it looks like in motion. The graphics of the cinematics look nice, but hopefully they really push, graphically the main game. So
all right. Yeah, I think so too. All right. So that's going to do it for our MADMAN Podcast. Guys, if you like this podcast, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.